Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, so at the beginning of this episode here, I have some pre-recorded footage that I'm doing some post-commentary over, because there were a few little nooks and crannies that we hadn't fully explored. And after looking over some trackers and getting totally stuck and not knowing where to go, I eventually found there were a few places we could still do. So there's this chest that normally has the Hyrule shield in it. Hylian shield as a child. You can get it here if you don't want to buy it from the store. And the second grave in the graveyard. So I figure we better check that. Good thing we did. It was a heart container. Pretty handy. And then also on this grave on the upper row, this is another one that you can just drop into for a free chest. So I'm thinking like one of these has got to have like the hammer or the boomerang or something, right? So I just go ahead and kill this re-dead here, and then I'm like, huh? Where's the chest? Is this a bombable wall? What am I supposed to be doing here? And then it's like, oh yeah, re-deads, you know, make them fear the light, or what is it? Bring peaceful rest to the living dead? You learn all about that? The moral of this episode is I'm dumb. And I missed something really obvious that I'll explain later. And you probably guessed it in the comments in the last episode. If I have confidence in you pilots, and I'm sure one of you came up with it. So that was a bundle of arrows. I'm so excited. You can see by my shield bouncing that I was happy. So I went back to being a kid and went back to the bottom of the well, as I remembered that these piles of dog crap in the corners are actually bombable floors. And so there's a few chests that we didn't get in the bottom of the well before that we can just go ahead and grab now. We could have got them the last time we were here. I just forgot that they existed. So anyway, now we have a small key. There's a room in the northeast part of the bottom of the well that we can get into now. It's the room that you actually go through for the vanilla 100% run, because you need to go through it to get a Skulltula. So basically on the east side of the bottom of the well, there's this little like with a chest and a Skulltula behind a grate. And I think I actually pointed it out the last time we were here. To get to that, you have to get across this room. So this room has fire keys that want to eat your shield, and it has a bunch of holes in the floor. Maybe just 2 or 3, I honestly can't tell. I can never remember where they're at. So we'll just go ahead and kill all the enemies. And then, gotta make it over to that chest somehow. Don't really know where the floor is. Just go a little slow. Oh, okay. A little slowly. Oh. Well, shit. So we go back up, and oh, there's a hole there too. Motherfuckers. Let's try this again. Alright, back in this room. Kill the bats. One at a time here. You can gauge my progress through this dungeon by watching the Deku seed count on my slingshot go down. It's painful. Alright, so we can kind of use the slingshot, shoot it at the floor, and if we don't see it flash and explode like that, then we know it went through the floor rather than hitting. Okay, so this looks about right. I was going to try and get ISG off that pot, and I just blew up the pot accidentally. Alright, so this guy's got solid ground under him, which makes sense considering. So there should be a short... Oh, well. What do you know? Back up top, we can use the... Mr. B, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. He's digging around in a Tupperware full of dice. This is adorable. Oh! Oh, there goes my expensive magic cards. Thanks, Megan. Okay, we finally make it over to the corner of this room. And it's a dungeon map. Cool. We'll just go ahead and add that. We have 6 of them now. So now we just have to go... Oh, son of a bitch! Back up here. I swear I'm not using save states. This is just editing and post-commentary. I'm going to just really, really carefully make my way over to this door. Man, that room is a troll. So then in here we have a chest, a like, and a Skulltula. Let's get the chest first. It's the compass for the bottom of the well. So as we figured, there's only one actual chest left in the bottom of the well. He's doing it again. He's so cute. He likes dice. He likes to roll them around because of the sound they make. And so right now he's just digging into a Tupperware I have of like bulk dice and stirring them around to make them make that sound. And it is so freaking cute, man. I'm losing it over here. Oh, he's batting at him. Oh, I hope you can hear that. I'm gonna sound like a madman if that doesn't come through. Anyway, we can kill this gold Skulltula now, but we can't actually collect it. It's up too high. So you can backflip. I don't know how to do the speedrunner strat to get this, so giving up. So in the northwest corner, there's another one of these piles of dog crap that we can explode. But of course, there's a hole right in front of it. I found that if you just shimmy, shimmy, shimmy along the left edge, it's safe. Safe passage. What you doing, Mr. B? Oh, are you knocking my nicely stacked cards over and then licking yourself like you didn't do anything? Good try, kitty cat. You're not fucking fooling me. So underneath this pile, there's another chest and 5 rupees. So that should be the last chest for the bottom of the well, which is weird because there's stuff we haven't done. There's an invisible chest back here. Okay. There's an invisible chest back here in the room that we fought the dead hand. We don't have the Lens of Truth, but we can still open it if we just line ourselves up exactly right. This chest actually ends up having a small key in it, which we can use to open another door in this area, but all that's in there is a gold Skulltula. So once we collect this, we're done with the bottom of the well. We're not going to need to come back here for the spiders, so thank goodness. So I'm going to go back to... I'll go back to live. We're done with the bottom of the well. Finally. Live commentary resumes here. I'm going to do some post-commentary for the bit before this. So essentially, I looked up this tracker online, and I started going through, like, okay, I checked off all the things I had done, and it basically had, like, a list of things I had yet to do, but it didn't include everything on it, and I still ended up being stumped and thinking that there was nowhere else I could go. And then I eventually emailed the spoiler log to Megan, and started asking her really vague questions like, Din's Fire, is it somewhere familiar? Somewhere you know? Or somewhere obscure? And then, like, those kind of questions. She didn't actually tell me where anything is, but eventually she's like, do you have the hook shot? And I'm like, yeah, I have the hook shot. I raced Dampe. No! I didn't race Dampe for the hook shot. We got it in like Kokiri Forest or some shit. And I got so stuck in vanilla Zelda thinking that I was like, oh, I have the hook shot. I already raced Dampe. When, as is now clear to you all, no, we haven't raced Dampe. Not even once. And you can race him twice for 2 different rewards and a heart piece. So, fingers crossed we're about to pick up, like, the boomerang or the megaton hammer. Or, like, the silver gauntlets. One of those 3 things is going to be required for us to proceed. So, hopefully Dampe is nice. Oh, man, it's so tricky to try and figure out where you've already been based on non-vanilla item spawns. It's almost like I need to add more to the tracker. Fuck yes. Oh. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why it pays to have a girlfriend. Are there normally 2 here? I thought there was... Shut up. I thought there was normally just 1. I don't know. Yeah, so she eventually was like, do you have the hook shot? And I was like, oh yeah, I raced that. No! There's this moment of... I wish I had been recording, because I had that I done fucked up realization. I don't know how exactly to phrase it. Let's see what this is. Money. Alright, well, that's disappointing. Alright, let's go back to the graveyard. We have another Dampe race to complete. Beat him in under a minute. He normally gives you a heart piece. I don't know what he might have for us this time around, but we're going to be able to go into the Spirit Temple, guys. We don't have the Mirror Shield, so we might not be able to beat it, but hopefully we can make some progress. Or I might actually go back... Should I go back to Gyarados Training Grounds first? I don't actually know. Those are both places where we can take advantage of the Silver Gauntlets now. I don't know which is going to lead directly to more chests. Aha! Young man, are you fast on your feet? Oh, face him again. Okay. I guess he gives you the same text every time. We gotta beat him in under a minute if we want to get ourselves... Whoa. That heart piece. I guess he sometimes makes the sound when he throws the fire, and sometimes he doesn't make any sound. Whoa, that was close. The fire RNG seems... well, it's random, obviously. You know it's random when ZFG isn't able to always avoid the fire. There's a certain fastest path, and sometimes Dampe just chucks the fire right in there for you. Right in the path of least resistance. This should be an easy, like, 55 or something, so... we'll get ourselves a heart piece. Ah, 54. Nice. Hello again, Dampe. The time of this race was 54 seconds. You're back, young man. Was the present I gave to you fun and useful? Not as good as this! Megan's sitting next to me, trying to contain her laughter. I can hear you on the inside, Megan! Alright, well we have the silver fucking gauntlets, and I am amped about it. I guess... Where to? Let's go Spirit Temple. There we go. Figure it out eventually. We're back on track, baby! Making progress! I still don't have the, any magic, though. That's gonna be a problem. Hopefully, that'll be our last roadblock. I wonder what else I should add to the tracker. So I think that I could avoid that mistake in the future doing randomizers if we had some way on the tracker to keep a handle on what things had been done. So like that's why I have all the icons for the song cutscenes, is so I can remember which of the cutscenes I've triggered independent of what songs I have, because obviously in randomizer the two don't really go together. Open that door, okay. Spirit Temple has a cool design to it. Alright, what's in here? I don't actually remember how this temple is laid out. Stalfos, or Wolfos. Cool. You wanna get the fuck out of here? Suck my dick, you fucking canine shit. Alright. Whoa! Caught Link in the middle of blinking. Oh, that's right. We already have the boss key because we got it as a child. That's weird. What's in here? A small key. Cool. Lots of keys. Alright, so now that we have a small key... Should I leave and come back as a kid? Like, I don't want to use the small key. I know that because I want to be able to get to all the rest of the areas as a child. And there's a chest that I need to be able to get to as a kid. Can I? No. It's too high. I'll have to hover boot into it. That's not a problem. Let's move this out of the way. I am still going to try and get the 50 Skulltula thing just because, you know, the completionist in me wants it. I waited this long a time now, which is nice. The fact that this gives you a camera angle with the spider like on the screen, I just love it. Get that token! I believe that makes 41 now, so... Did I move that block on top of another coin? I hope not. Let's go back this way and grab that last one. Need the hover boots. I guess we're wearing the red tunic again. Even though it's an ugly ass, like, pastel green. Son of a... Went right over it. Do I need to backwalk into it? That would be fun, huh? Let's see that. Nope, that went over it too. Probably even further because backwalking is faster. I did move that block right in front of another one. I guess you're supposed to get this one first. Yeah, I want to save that small key and take it back to the child side of the dungeon. Because right after that door, I think it's just a hallway. There might be that room where you have to do the 3 different puzzles, which is a terrible room. Oh, hello. This is... Oh my god! Heart container. Cool. Ugh. So weird to be getting heart containers from random chests. But I guess that counts as a chest, huh? Take it down. Take that money. Is there like something else in here? Nope. I guess normally that's a small key. Okay, so now I think... Yeah. Let's go back to being a child. There's one more key is I think is all we need to finish that side. I hope. I'm gonna feel really dumb if that's not the case. And then once that side's done, we shouldn't have to go back and forth anymore. We should be able to do it all as an adult. Whereas if I try and keep pushing forward as an adult, we'll likely eventually reach a point where we're stuck. I think. I don't know. I want the silver gauntlets chest. That's the short and long of it. So we're going to go back to child and go ahead and take care of that part. Yeah, I guess if you were going to add something else to the tracker or try and keep track of the things you've done, there's a lot of things to keep track of. You have all the different mini games, all the different random people that will sell you, you know, like a Deku scrub and a hole. You would need a big checklist basically more than a little tracker like this. I don't know. I feel kind of dumb for not realizing that we hadn't done the Dampe race. I'm kind of ahead of you guys on recording this. I think like the latest episode that's out right now is like episode 7. So if somebody came up with you didn't do the Dampe race in the comments, props to you, man, because that was the revelation that moved the Let's Play forward. And whether you were the one who told me or not, you had the right idea, and you get credit for it. Give yourself a pat on the ass! Or back, whichever you prefer, really. Just depends on how intimate you want to make this. Megan looks visibly uncomfortable. Oh, no, she's just gassy. What? She's like, what? What are you saying about me?
I've just drawn like 10 cards.
Oh, she's drawn too many cards and can't find the fumigate. That's everyone's problem these days. Alright, get ourselves some Skuldlas. There's actually a gold one back here. And here's the room, the one time in Vanilla Zelda where they want you to use bomb chews. You were asking about this the other day, Megan, if you want to take a look. There's a Skulltula up there by that rock in the wall. They want you to send a bomb chew up to kill him. And there's usually bomb chews in this chest right here. But you can actually just throw a regular bomb at him, so not actually a big deal. Normally you just get to use the boomerang to collect that, but we don't have it, so I'm just going to jump down. And there it is, the only time that I know of in the vanilla game besides Bomb Chew Bowling where they want you to use a bomb chew to solve something. So it's a good thing we have some, huh? But yeah, you can totally just throw a regular bomb up there, which I'm going to do since they're renewable. It'll hit the spider and go off. You don't even have to aim it very well. Now there should be a dude to fight, right? Well, there's another chest over here. Let's do that. I'm half expecting it to be ice at this point. Alright. We actually have a wallet that can hold all these rupees. It's great. Why isn't the, Whoa. There he is. So why hasn't this guy spawned yet? Fuck you! Got double defense. I can just take you 1 for 1, man. Got him! He gave me a heart. It was all worth it in the end. You're back? I don't remember if killing these guys makes another chest appear or not, so I'm just gonna go ahead and... No? No? Okay. Guess not. Well, let's continue. Alright, so there's not actually all that much that we're meant to be able to do as a child. Ooh, we don't have Din's Fire, so we're not going to be able to get the chest that the map is normally in. That's going to be a pain. I guess there's no point in really trying to explore too much in here as a kid. We'll be able to get around this room a lot easier as an adult. Why is this not open? Is there like a... Huh? What? Why is that locked? I don't remember that ever being locked before. I don't know what opens it. Oh, there's a switch down here. Yeah, that's right. You gotta push this guy off. Are you alive? No, you're not alive. Phew, thank goodness. That's why I so freak when the statues come to life right as you're trying to touch them. Got ahead of myself and forgot that switch was even there. Okay, so... Oh, do I need to... do I need to do anything to, like... whatever. Let's just proceed. Oh, yeah, I was right. It is this fucking room. It looks like we may actually take an extra small key with us to the adult section. That would be nice, considering we... Actually, that would make sense, since we took a small key with us from the from the adult section to the child section, right? We should have to take one back in order to finish the dungeon. So that makes sense, right? Yeah, because there's only exactly the right number of small keys. If we took one out of the child section, or out of the adult section in order to take to the child section, we got to take one back with us, or we won't want to be able to finish. Hopefully that's as simple as it sounds in my head and actually makes sense. It's like that problem of... This is actually a really good logic problem to puzzle over. You may already get the answer because I kind of gave it away from the segue, but here's the problem. You have a cup of coffee and a cup of milk, right? So if you take a spoonful of the coffee, or how about the milk? Take a spoonful of the milk and mix it in to the cup of coffee. You know, assuming there's enough room in the cup for you to do both. That's fine. So you take a spoonful of milk and mix it in with the coffee. And then you take a spoonful of that mixture and put it back into the milk. And then the question is, which of the two cups has more of their original liquid? Is the coffee one more coffee, or is the milk one more milk? And it's actually a surprisingly straightforward answer. So if you think about it, it's like, okay, so I take a spoonful of milk and move it over to the coffee, and then I can't get that token. Why am I bothering to... Take a spoonful of coffee and take it over to the milk, or the other way around, milk into the coffee, and I stir the two together. So now I have coffee with a spoonful of milk added. If I get... Is this the one where you can just crouch in front of him and he can't even hit you? If I take a spoonful of that mixture back, I'm putting it into the glass that's mostly... Oh, okay, well he can definitely hit you like that. I'm putting it into the glass that's mostly milk, and the spoonful I'm bringing back, or that's entirely milk, and the spoonful I'm bringing back is entirely... It's so hard to explain in words, dude. Anyway, you take a spoonful of milk, put it in the coffee, and you take a spoonful of the mixture and put it back in the milk. And which one has more of the original liquid? It's the same. Because you took a spoonful out of, let's say, the right glass and put it in the left glass. And then you took a spoonful out of the left glass and put it in the right glass. So the total amount of liquid in each is the same as when they started. And so the only way for one of them to have more milk than the other has coffee is for the amount of liquid in the two total to have changed. And so you know they must have the same amount. The milk glass has the same amount of milk as the... Are we going to get a cutscene? No? As the coffee glass has coffee. Okay. Could have explained that a little better, but you get the idea. The same thing applies to small keys, which I think means we're not done as a child, right? So by that logic... well, I guess that assumes that the child and adult sections don't get mixed up. Which they kind of do, considering adult can access the child sections. Yeah, so I think that the entire point of that long metaphor was to explain something that's not even true. Welcome to my life, man. Yeah, considering adult Link can get into some parts of the child Link area, I think... Wait, did I skip one of the chests in that room with 3 puzzles? Oh, I'm gonna be kicking myself so hard if that's what I did. Oh, I really hope that's not what happened just now. Because I got the one up on the ledge. I walked all the way... I think I may have missed one in that room. Oh my gosh. Well, when we get the compass in the dungeon, I'll know for sure. I'm going to proceed blindly forward, despite my long explanation about milk and coffee telling me I should probably just go back and check. You know, it'll all work out. Hopefully we'll just get a spawn of randomly spread out things in such a way that we don't even need one of the keys or something. That would be great. Like we had in the water temple, where we ended up with some doors that we didn't even need to open. That would be delightful. Get it? Lightful? Because it's the light dungeon with all the light beams? Oh. No, I got Megan to laugh. Yes! Considering all of the times in this game that time travel is used, I'm surprised they didn't end up having some accidental anachronisms. Where, like, you move the block as an adult and it's gone as a child too. Like, oops. That's not how that should work. Am I just gonna immediately get stuck? Yeah, because I need to open the store. And I already... Son of a bitch. Fuck Spirit Temple, man. Well, I've always said that that room with the 3 different puzzles in it, I didn't like the torches. That's why I didn't get another chest. I forgot to light the torches. I've always said that that room with the 3 different puzzles in it was a bad design. You shouldn't put 3 puzzles in that aren't related to each other all in one room like that. It just makes it too easy to miss something like what I did. I mean, one puzzle opens the door. What do the other 2 even do? Make random chests appear? I guess one of them has a small key in vanilla? Oh, man. Randomizer. I didn't realize that Spirit Temple was going to be such a bugbear in Randomizer, but I guess it makes sense, considering this is the only temple where you have to do part of it as a child and part of it as an adult. Man, I should have known! I should have known from the milk! I'm gonna have to get like a glass of milk and a glass of coffee and explain that shit at the end of this episode or something. Don't be surprised if you get 5 minutes of me pouring milk and coffee back and forth like, look, it's always the same, man! I'm gonna have to go through a lot of this dungeon again in order to get there. Okay, it should be quick at least. I wonder if there's a way I could have shortcut. You okay there, Megan?
We're playing control against control, and we're just bouncing each other's to Furies.
Bouncing each other's to Furies. That does sound like a standard control mirror. Just going nowhere. I really hate when you end up in a situation like that where whoever blinks first loses. It's just like whoever goes last that has the upper hand because they're the one that gets to undo what was just done. It's like if you and your sibling are like arguing over whether you want the air vent to be open or closed in the back of the car. You open it and they close it, and you open it and they close it. You tuck their Teferi, they tuck your Teferi. We have to do this puzzle again. Just whoever went last is winning. It bugs me when that ends up being the case, because you end up having games where you just pass the turn back and forth without doing anything. Because whoever goes first is going to end up losing. It's a weird situation. I think I'm going to have to... Yeah, I heard the bars come down. I'm going to have to push this again. Huh? How come we didn't get that little cutscene in the training grounds when we turned the fire on and off? Huh? Ocarina time? It's a fucking masterpiece. Okay, we're lighting torches, boys. Huh. Oh, let's get the fire in there first. Through the fire and the flames. Yeah, there's one more torch on the far corner of the room over by the light beam. Where's the... Huh? Wait. I feel like I'm missing something here. 3. These are also the only torches in the game that have, like, a remarkably short fuse in terms of how much time you have before they just go out again. There we go. Okay. It's right there, huh? Pardon me, grimacing monster. I'm gonna need you to hold this bomb for me. Ah, the head came back down and got me. Ah! Shit. Get up there, Link. Right face. And small key. Okay. I hate this room, dude. You know, okay, here it is. What's your least favorite part of Ocarina of Time, Poncho? This fucking room. Don't put 3 unrelated puzzles in one room. It's just bad. And there's all kinds of just shitty obstacles with the laser dudes and the slidey fuckers and... Oh, that room was the worst part of Ocarina of Time. Just definitively. You have confirmation. Take it from me. This is the gospel truth right here. Also, I'm really sad we haven't gotten the Prelude of Light cutscene, because look how cool this icon that I made in MS Paint is. Like, doesn't that look just like... Hello? Link, there you go. Doesn't that look just like this room, you know, with like the light coming down and stuff? Yeah, it's pretty nice, huh? Haven't gotten to use it yet because we ain't got the fucking forest medallion. Alright, I'm already gonna have to edit this episode together and figure out what the hell's going on, so I'm just gonna end it here, and I'll meet you guys in the Spirit Temple. I'll probably get back to where I was as an adult in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.